right button. Hello guys, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna have to watch that one. You guys let me know over on YouTube if there's any spam that comes through. Anyway, happy Sunday. Welcome into my studio in the middle of Georgia. It is, I don't know what temperature it is because my thing doesn't show it anymore. But it's been a lovely day. Few clouds, nice and cool, but little heat. Hello, Bonnie and Lisa and Donna and Cecilia and Lori Skiffington. I just love your name. Hello, Loretta and Mary Davis. Let's see, over here we've got Elizabeth and Monty and Carol and Kay and Brenda and Janet and Donna and Peg and Leticia and Kay. Hello, hello. Let me know where you guys are viewing from. I know that many on the East Coast, sadly, are still without power, to include my brother-in-law and his family up near Augusta, Georgia. And hopefully today, they had trucks in their neighborhood today, so hopefully today. And then Florida is about to get hit again, right? I mean, this is just craziness. Crazy weather. Hello, Mona. Hi, Carol. Hi, Bev. Hi, Kathy. You should be working in the yard. But you are too much fun. Aw, you're sweet. Thank you. Thank you. So if you were over on YouTube, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you've not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscription button and that bell. That bell hopefully is going to tell you when I go live. Not always, as we've seen and heard. Hello, Carol Henry. How are things up there in Pennsylvania? Anyway, been raining here, but still got my bike ride in. Awesome, Loretta. You're so inspirational. I was going to start back on my treadmill routine this week, but my knees, whew, not great. We're bracing for round 2. Yes, I know. I saw the pictures today, and all my friends, Carol, all y'all on that east or west side of Florida, not that it matters because it's going to go right across the state, right? Hi, Sue Potts. Oh, I love that, Donna. She's been crafting with her granddaughter all day. We have got to get those youngins interested in painting and creating, etc. Dang, I was waiting on the group. Nanette, I think you wrote Charlene Page. You were waiting on the page. I know it's kind of confusing, right? Where I'm going to be live. But I will be live on the membership group page on Thursday night. Have a fun lesson for you guys. So, oh, treadmills are bad for knees. I know. Not today. I was last Sunday. Hello, Mickey. Hello, Lois. I kind of changed that up, Mona. So, just so I could maybe give a little bit more during the giveaways than on the first comment. You'll have to watch while you cook supper. Yeah, and what are you making, Kay? Hi, Debbie Easton and Lois. Oh, we're having pork chops. Pork chops and applesauce. No, I'm joking. If you are familiar with the Brady Bunch, pork chops and applesauce. We always had pork chops, applesauce, and lima beans. That was just kind of always the combination that we had growing up. And so every time I have pork chops, I want lima beans and I want applesauce, which I don't eat. So anyway, well, I will if it's the sugar-free, but not the one loaded totally with sugar, which I ate as a kid, I'm sure. We're having homemade pizza. Yum. On this Thursday night, I'll be at Net. Janet, I'm jealous. How many of you guys are going to Net? And if you're not familiar with Net, it is the New England Traditions Convention. This is their 26th year, I think, up in Massachusetts. Applesauce is a requirement for pork chops, right? I totally agree. That's one of my favorite pizzas, Loretta, barbecue chicken pizza. But I like it with red onions. We just had one recently and it just had white onions. I'm like, why? Hello, Deb Termel. Hello, Ronnie Marks. Ooh, red beans and rice. I love red beans and rice. From yard work to watch you, sadly, my youngest is in Fort Myers. Oh my gosh. I hope they don't. I don't know. I mean, where's it going to go, though? Maybe just down past the Keys and around and fade out? I don't know. I love applesauce, but never like lima beans, which I cannot eat now, so I'm not missing them at all. I love lima beans. We always make that reference to the Brady Bunch, right, Debbie? Yes. So I have an older sister and a younger sister, and my older sister was Marcia, and of course I was Jan, and my younger sister Debbie was Cindy. And so we always played games, and my older sister's favorite was, okay, let's clean our room. I'm gonna shut my eyes and see how much you guys can clean and put away before I open my eyes after counting to 30. Well, my sister and I, Debbie, AKA Cindy, cleaned the room pretty much because Marcia did not. Actually, it's 4, Linda. I'm on at 4. Hello, Linda Honeycutt. It's good to see you on, and I think I saw your beautiful daughter on. Hi, Melinda. And Suzanne. Ooh, chili and cornbread. Yum, 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 yum. Leftover chili, green chili chicken enchiladas. I could eat Mexican every day, let me just say. Hello, Pam. All righty. Okay, so this happened last week. So just the comments over on YouTube stopped. So I'm just going to hit that little hearts up button to see if everything's working. Hi, Marlene. Hi, Darlene. Right after each other. Love that. So let me look because I thought it wasn't. It was on the last live I did. There were 2 names that were very similar. Now I'm going to want corn. I love cornbread. Hi, Teresa. So good to see you on. Do you have your dress? So Janet, I do. And I love it. Oh, no problem. No problem, Linda. I love it, but I am going to go to another place and look this week just to see if there's something that I love more. But it's pretty, and it's kind of like an evergreen color, and it's not real formal. We went to some places in Atlanta. First off, let me just say I absolutely love spending the day with my mother. We don't get to do it often enough, and when I hate shopping, which is hilarious probably to her because I was a clothes hound, clothes horse growing up, loved shopping, would spend my last penny on an outfit before I did on food or anything else. It was just who I was. But, then you have kids and it's just like $80. I ain't spending that on, one outfit when I've got 3 children under the age of 3. So your perspective, your priorities change, right? So with myself and my, I don't know about you guys, but I'm a yo-yoer. I'm up 20, down 20, up 30, down 20, up 40, down 50. So I went with my mom and we went to a couple of shops in Atlanta, which was really nice. But again, $1,900 for a dress I'm going to wear one night. And it was almost like I was going to a prom. So beautiful, but at the same time, not necessary. So we ended up at the mall in a different part of town because we went to a mall in Atlanta, went to a mall in Cumberland, had a fantastic lunch at the Cheesecake Factory. And I found a dress and I love it. But again, I semi-love it. It's not the one that I envisioned wearing, but at the same time, we'll see if I see something here when I go this week. But I'm excited and I'm ready for it. So it's going to be here in, oh my goodness, the 26th. So 3 weeks from yesterday? So, hello, Molly Ann. Hi, Lucy Mott and Helen and Barb. That's right. Yes. So, thank you, Mona. I love my mom. She just, when I was in high school, many people thought she was my sister because she's 20 years older than me, but she has aged very well. So, thank you, thank you. Yes, I can't wait to, and I'll share pictures, and I might even share pictures in the membership group with you guys before. Hi, Dawn. All right, I don't want to take too much time. Hello to my chat buddies. Hey, Linda. Because someone messaged and said, do you always start the first 20 minutes talking? Yes, because it's studio chit chat time and catching up. I'm sure you will look beautiful in it, whatever dress you decide to wear. Thank you, Ronnie. My mama too, right, Melinda? Yes. You look like sisters. Yeah. So I will say that when my husband met my mom, after we started dating, and there's a long story there, but I won't go into it, how short we dated. And here we are, 34 years strong. But when we first got married, he just said, he said, I was just thinking when I met your mom, like, man, I really got lucky, because if she looks half as good as her mom does, at that age, and sure enough, my mom and I look alike. So that was nice. Hello, Anna. Hi, Linda. Hi, Carrie from Tucson. How's the weather over there in Arizona? Still really hot? I bet. So, all right, guys. So let's take care of a couple things. Last week we did all things about Crackle. If you missed that, do I have that picture here? I thought I downloaded a picture. Maybe not. Oh yeah, right here. So if you missed that, I shared some things, and I don't know why. My pictures are showing up blurry. But anyway, we did Crackle, and I did the background for the piece that we're doing today, and that was the giveaway for last week's live when I was doing the Crackle, was the piece that I'm going to show you how I painted. I'm going to show you that today. All right. But the giveaways from last live, which was last Sunday, I had 3 of these to give away, because this is going to be on my next Sunday's live. So next Sunday is what, the 13th? I'm going to show you how I painted my sweet little Merry Christmas tree ornament. I also have a bigger size that's a shelf sitter that I'm going to have painted and we'll have up on my website. So that comes with several little things. And there were 3 giveaways for that. And then, because I was just so inspired with y'all's, thank you, Peg, I think so. Yay on the truck, right, Ronnie? I knew you were waiting on that one. It's 101, Carrie. Oh my gosh. Now, I love summer. I will say, I don't mind the heat as long as I can be cool or be at the beach or in a pool. So anyway, okay, so I'm gonna do the truck. But then when we were doing the live on the Crackle, so like this is one of the ones I showed and shared on the Crackle, and I was looking over there and I had 3 brand new that I had pulled to show you guys. So it's the Deco Art Media Crackle Paint, and then I had the Crackle Paste, and then I had the Crackle Glaze. Shared all that with you guys on last week's live, and decided to throw in that as one of the giveaways. So these are also going to go with that, and I'll announce that in a minute. But for the little mini Christmas truck giveaways, the 3 winners that came up on the wheel. So this question came up on my YouTube channel, and let me just tell you guys, if you comment on YouTube, if you comment on Facebook, like, share, comment, all the things, your name goes onto a wheel. I can't do it live because I'm solo. I don't have a Renee. Oh, and by the way, Renee, happy birthday. Tracy Morrow's son, Renee, is his birthday today. Was it today or tomorrow? I think it's today. Anyway, I don't have someone to put all the names in while I'm showing and creating and doing the live with you guys. So from when the live ends until probably about an hour, about 2 hours before I go live, like today, I did all the names, put it on the wheel, and then these 3 names were picked or came up on the wheel. Today, today. Yes, so anyway, the names that came up on the wheel, Carol Doyle, I take them from YouTube and from Facebook from the day all the way up until, like I said, about 2 hours before my next live. So you can go to my website, sandymctierdesigns.com. Let me see if I have a little graphic there, but it has my sandymctierdesigns.com. You can go there, click on the contact button. Let me know your mailing details. I will get these out to you this week. Also to remind you guys that if you do not claim your giveaway, your happy mail by my next live, unfortunately it goes back into the stash because I can't have, 3 months later someone going, oh, I won one of the giveaways. Unfortunately, because it went back into the stash, it's gone. So just, watch. Watch all the lives and you won't miss out. Okay, so the first one, like I said, Carol Doyle. If you will message me your mailing info. And then my friend up in, I think, New York, right, Nancy Ficardi? I think you're in New York. Why do I think you're in New York? Anyway, Nancy, message me and let me know your mailing address. I'm going to move that over there. The third one that came up was Brenda Sawyer. So Brenda messaged me. I know I have it, but just message me. And then funny enough, she just said, I really need those. And no lie, I can just say, Loretta Bell, your name came up for the Crackle mediums. Okay, so all 3 of these and the little mitten and leaf I'm gonna send you. Okay, I love that. It's almost like you knew. All right, beautiful day here in Long Island. Hello, Pat. I miss Long Island. I miss coming up to teach. I used to come up every single summer for the last few years before the pandemic. And then, well, we know what happened there, right? So, y'all are so sweet. All right, okay, great. Now my comments are going again over on YouTube. Well, that's wonderful to see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's talk real quick about a couple of things that are coming up. So I know I shared last week with you guys some couple classes that I have coming up that I normally would do on Zoom, but I wanted it to be a little bit more immersive, a little bit more of an experience. So I have 2 coming up, and they are my Welcome Fall piece that I taught at the Chattanooga Expo. And then the other one was the Holiday Splendor that I taught at OKC. Now the reason I did these as experiences, they're still just $45. It's going to be broken up into 3 days. Most likely we'll do 2 to 3 hours each day. But what I wanted to be able to do was go from a blank surface to prep, to doing the background, to doing all the techniques of painting these pieces, because they have a lot of techniques. And I just didn't want to fly through it in a Zoom class. So that information is on my website. Again, I'm just going to pop that up. So many of you have already signed up, and I greatly appreciate it and look forward to painting with you guys. So the other thing is our lesson today. While I don't have a pattern packet for it, you guys are going to see you don't need a pattern packet for it. I mean, it really is just a matter of, if you want to do the background, you can watch last week's live. And then what I'm going to show you today basically is just how to paint it. But again, you don't need an instruction packet. I mean, it's not necessary. So what I did, because I wanted you to be able to see what colors I used, was I went ahead and did a project sheet. You can go to my website, sandymctierdesigns.com, and you can download that. And it's just going to show you what I used for colors, supplies, etc. So if you like to have that information, again, you can go to my website. It's free. You just have to put it in your cart and check out. So the surface for the fox, Debbie, I have this. I have this on my website. Again, sandymctierdesigns.com. Make sure to use that discount code ART, all capitals. But I carry this, and so does Cover Distributing. So cdwood.com. Okay? But I love him. I love him. So, sunflower one, you did the Christmas one, since first is going to your mother-in-law. Wonderful. You guys are so sweet too. Congratulating all the winners. Will these be recorded? So great question, Peg. So yes, I'm going to have a Facebook group set up, and it's going to have worksheets, helpful tips, and information. And it is lifetime access as long as it, Facebook has a group page. So, and it's going to be recorded. So I will be live while I'm doing it, but it's going to be recorded for you to be able to go and watch. And then I will back it up as well, like I do all my lessons. So if anything did happen to the group, you would still have access to be able to watch it and paint it. So. I know, Virginia, right? Ugh, I have to run my son to work. No worries, Lucy. Be safe out there, and I hope he has a wonderful night at work. Okay, guys, let's get started because, like I said, last week I showed you guys how to do the background. Let me just zoom in just a wee bit. The other thing I decided to do is when I created this piece and had it at OKC. I'm not sure if I had it at the expo in Chattanooga. Let me zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so you see how I did the background. Well, it was nice, but I wanted to make it bigger, so I did. All right, so I just made the surface a little bit bigger. It has a stand, and it has a double stand, so it's going to come with two pieces. I'm going to explain that to you in a minute. And you just set that right down into the stand. Hello. And it holds up. Okay. So the stand has weathered wood. I wanted to show you guys, do I have a piece? I do, because I think I might have forgotten to show you this on last week's live. I wanted to show you that weathered wood, two things. One is brushing it out and how thick it is. Okay, now again, not going to sit here and do the whole background because I did that on last week's live, but I do want you to see this is like a gel. All right, I didn't do anything to prep the surface. I'm just going to come in, and you want to use a big brush. You want to use a brush that is going to cover that area. Oh, don't want to go that way. I want to go the same direction. Left to right, left to right. Okay, but you see it's like a gel. Okay, so a lot thicker than like the one-step crackle. And let's just, I'll use that on something. Oh, that's a really good thing right there. Okay, let's see if I can get the light to hit it. Do you see right there where I brushed over it a third time? If you start to overwork this product, it's going to start dragging on you like that, which can give you a really cool effect when it comes to the crackle, but stop. Move on to a different area, all right? Because it will lift and you will have an uneven area in that part of your design, all right? So I'm going to move that to the side. What I did on my background, again, last week was I did black, and then I did oyster beige, which I'll show you on this piece. I didn't use this one. I went ahead and did a second one because I had a little bit of a bubble there, and I wasn't sure how it was going to react. But let's just take out a little bit of oyster beige, and I should put it on my palette, but I'm not. I'm just going to put it there. And we will take that, and I'm using a light pressure. So if you paint on glass at all, you know that when you lay your brush to the side and you're almost parallel to your surface, you're going to put less pressure on the tips of those bristles, right? And what I wanted to show you guys is just almost the immediate reaction you get from the weathered wood. And I was amazed at how many of y'all said you've not used crackle, but then also got some amazing messages thanking me, showing how that they actually work because you didn't know. So it's one thing I love to do with you guys is show you how I use the product, how the products work, but again, different ways that you can use it. So look at those big cracks. Again, weathered wood is going to give the effect and the look of wood that has been charred, crackled, aged over time, patinaed, all right? And so they will continue to do so. The thinner the application of weathered wood or the crackle mediums, the finer the little eggshell crackle is going to be. The thicker, the more spread out those cracks are going to be, right? All right. Hello, Carolyn. Good to see you on. All righty, so let's move that out of the way. So I already have one done. So we're going to go ahead and just talk about the base and be done with that. So this kit that I have comes with the surface, all these little bits and bobs, and then it comes with 2 of these because 2 works better to support that surface than 1. So I just glue them together. All right, so let me move that out of the way. And we've got this one that is done. This one, no need to do the, let's get that hair off there. No need to do the crackle on it, but I did base coat it with oyster beige because they're going to be glued together. So there's no reason to do both. All right, you're just going to do one. But let's go ahead and age this a little bit. And I know I showed this on my live last Sunday, but I want to just remind you guys. Hello, Linda Sharp. Yeah, maybe check out YouTube. Mine both have been really good today. So, all right, so I have a wet brush. This is a 3/4 flat wash by Dynasty. And so I have water in my brush, and I'm just going to paint the surface with asphaltum. Okay. And you want to make sure to get the edges and everything. Let that sit for a second. Do a little bit heavier coat. And then I'm going to let that, like I said, sit for a second. While that's sitting, you can take your brush or just your finger, works great. And we want to make sure the edges of this second one that's going to be glued to the top one, we want to make sure that the edge just has a little bit of asphaltum. So I'm just going to use my finger. All right, we'll let that dry. Doesn't matter if you get anything on it because, again, that's going to be glued on top of that. You want to make sure that the crackle is 100% dry before you go to put anything on it. All right, so meaning paint, washes, gluing it, etc. So I'm going to use a baby wipe there because I let it sit too long. But we just want to age this, all right? So, again, we've got that crackle right there. You can see it was probably a little bit too wet. Lift it up. But you will glue them together. And then I like to hold them. I use E6000. Glue them together with a little bit of E6000 or your favorite glue, and then just take 2 clips, making sure they're lined up so that they don't shift or move. And then I'm going to show you the same technique on our piece that we're going to do today, so I won't bother with this, but we will kind of give that a little shadow vignette look, all right, little framed in action. So let's move that out of the way, and I'm going to, since this is very little paint, I'm going to save that palette paper. Hello, Sylvia. Oh, Molly Ann, you're so sweet. Thank you. So over on Facebook, Molly Ann is dropping the link there. Let me remind you guys too, on Facebook, if you put stars, over on YouTube, if you do that little monetary sign, all that money goes to the World Central Kitchen, and they're in Asheville right now. So great organization that helps and feeds families in need. All right, so I'm going to move this to the side, but what I want to do first, let me figure out. Oh, I'll take my project sheet paper. It doesn't matter, but I printed it off so you can see. But I wanted to kind of move this to the side and try and keep everything together. So when I take it out of the laser machine, I do the same thing. All right, so we have our background, right? And I'm going to take a little bit of asphaltum and a little touch of Payne's Gray. Now, guys, if you don't use the media line at all, if you have no other color in the media line at all but this one, this is my favorite. It is highly pigmented, transparent, and it just makes a beautiful, beautiful mix for your Americanas, also for your transparent shadows, cast shadows, etc. All right, I'm gonna take that baby wipe. I'm gonna wrap it around my index finger and kind of hold that with your finger. I'm gonna take my asphaltum, and just like if I were loading an angle brush, I'm gonna run it back and forth, pick up a little bit of Payne's Gray. And this is the key, you want your wrist on the inside of your surface, and I'm gonna round the corners. So I think I was talking about New England traditions earlier and got sidetracked, but for all y'all going to New England Traditions Painting Convention, please share pictures. Wish I was going, but it is not going to happen this year with my son getting married the end of the month. Okay, now you can let that dry and come back, because what I did like on this one was how dark the corners are. So coming back with a little bit of Payne's Gray, but see how that just, it draws your eye into that design. So let's move that out of the way. And I'm sure I'm going to use those colors, but I will get my hand in it. So I'm going to take that off my palette. Is there going to be a pattern for the truck next week? There's, right now, Debbie, I'm going to say no. There'll be a project sheet, but since I'm showing you guys how to paint the elements, I don't know that a pattern packet's necessary, to be honest with you. All right, so we're going to take these elements and we're going to separate them. Okay, let me just move that to the side. So this one is going to be painted with Country Red. So I love that little scrolly bow. So a little bit of Country Red. And then remember, if you use, surely I grabbed one. Did I not? How did I not grab? I know I grabbed one. Oh, there it is. One of my little sponge daubers. These are great for items like this, because if I use a brush, it's going to get all on the edges and the sides. So use these little paint dauber sponges. And the trick is you want to load it up and then pounce it off and really work that in. Soup Hots, you are one of the most generous people I know. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for that donation over on YouTube. Again, all that money is going to go to World Central Kitchen. I am matching the donations from this year because the people are just in need. People are in dire need, and I want to do what I can to help. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Alrighty, so again, see how easy that just pats that right on there? It does give it a little bit of texture. So if you don't want that kind of sponged, pounced texture, you can always use a mop and just soften the look. But again, I just think that is a really pretty color. Now, I don't think so. I was going to say my original, I might have painted it warm white first, but I don't think so, because red covers this MDF board beautifully. Okay. And then this, my little evergreen sprig, I'm going to use two colors. I'm going to use Payne's Gray and my go-to for dark green. I'm wearing my sneakers. I can't wait to see the, oh, Janet, please take pictures of your sneakers. Please, please, please. Thank you, Molly Ann. Alrighty. Do yourself a favor. Take those out of your paint too. Your bottle will thank you and close a lot easier. Okay, now I have red on this. I could flip it over, but to be honest with you, that's going to be such a strong color. I'm just going to use the same edge. Just might make a little brown since I've got that red in there. So Payne's Gray, Plantation Pine. I just used it right on the same little dauber. And we're going to move that to the side. Alrighty. Now, what I wanted to do for this piece, let's just go ahead and take that off, is I took the heart out of it because I wanted to make the heart glossy and have a really cool marbled look. So I did that with DecoArt's new 3D jelly drops. Okay, and this one is blueberry drop. But what I did is I did a little something. I kind of just experimented and I loved the look, so of course I left it. But for all these pieces, let me get my tape just to show you an easy way to keep it all down. Do yourself a favor and take some blue painter's tape. You can do wider. This is just what I have right here, so I'm gonna lay that there. Second piece. Hello, Diane. No worries. Thanks for being here. Again, make sure to like, comment, share so you're entered into the giveaways. Did I say what I had giveaways for? I don't think I did, guys. Okay, so my giveaways for next week. I have a stencil set, a brush set, and a new holiday laser cut set that's not even been pictured or out there yet. Okay, so I'm not sure how I missed that. All right, I'm going to just put that to the side. Well, I could probably do. No, I'm gonna do all of it. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna leave these two pieces to the side. I'm gonna put this one in here. Put that one in there. We just want to hold it down. All right, and that one. Okay, and then I'm going to take primary blue. Thank you, Lori. All righty, and so I'm going to use the other side of the sponge dauber, and hopefully you can see my palette there. I'm just going to, let's zoom in, but I might have my tape too low. I might need to move it up here. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to pull that primary blue to the side, and I'm just going to press that down so that it stays. Okay, and I'm going to tap this right along those. I'm seeing if I'm getting any red. Kind of looks like I'm getting a little red there. You can always get a second dauber. Okay, and it's looking a little bit darker on the, you can use whatever blue, you can use whatever color you want, to be honest with you. But I'm going to do that whole thing. And then I'm just going to rub that back and forth. It's just going to work that color in. Now, I also want to go ahead, since I'm going to paint these silver, I still want them to have a little bit of a base coat. So I'm going to tap on those as well. All right. Sticky tape. Okay. Now, let's dry this. Howdy, howdy. Hello, Barbara. Yes, use whatever blue you want. This is primary blue. Again, it's looking a little bit darker on the screen than it is, but vivid blue, If you like pink, use pink. So many different colors that you can use. All right, drop my brush. So, all right, I'm going to get out a little bit of titanium white. And let me come over on my screen so I can show you. I want a dry paper towel. And I'm going to load a little bit of the primary blue, work that in, a little bit of white, work that in, swirl that around. And then just, I have, this is M23, I have a stencil line with Tracy Morrow. Pick the pieces and parts that you like. So I'm going to try and find some smaller little areas so that I can bring that there. Let me look, because you can also use, I have a new set of mini stencils. I have the mini 2 and the mini 3, and you can use those. You're going to get a lot more design on a small area. Let me just look and see if I've got one handy. I don't, so I'm just going to use this one. Okay, so I'm holding it down. The tape's also going to hold it down, but I loaded up my brush, and then I wiped almost all of it off on a paper towel. Soft circular motion. Counterclockwise, clockwise. In fact, that M2 2 mini stencil set with the M23 in it would be ideal for this. All right, so I've got that on there, but now what I want to do, are the daubers disposable? They're reusable. So these work great for being able to, being able to clean them out and reuse them. So great question. Debbie asked, what's under the jelly drops? Nothing. I put it on this piece right here, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. Okay. Now what I want to do is I'm going to wipe off that brush. I want to get out some, if you've not tried these, let me just show you. The Media line has 2 amazing metallics. All right. So silver and gold. We're going to use a little bit of silver. And I'm going to line this up again. Hopefully I'll remember where I put it. I hope. I don't think I turned it. Did I turn it? Doggone it. I should have left it right there. Because then you've got to find where I don't think I turned it. This is going to annoy me. Oh, I think I remember seeing someone do that too, so that they hold down. Maybe, I think Lisbeth Stahl. There. Alrighty, let's find this and where I just put that color. Nope. But that looks like it, doesn't it? Why did I lift that up? Okay, so we're going to try and find this little guy here. Is that one there? Nope. Oh my goodness, Sandy. It's got to be that one. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. Ugh. I do this all the time when I line up a stencil. How about you guys? When you go to line it up and it's just not working. Oh my goodness gracious. All right, we're just at one point gonna have to pick. So basically, what I did, why do I keep going back to that one? I just feel like it's that. Okay. Oh, that might be a telltale sign. Those 2 things right there. So you guys can probably see it. I can't. Again, I lifted it up and I should have just lifted it and set it down, but I did not. You guys laughing with me? Because, you know, what else can you do right now but just laugh? Right. See, that just looks like it goes there. All right, we are gonna just wing it. Because what I did on my original was I shifted it to the side. It is upside down. Okay, let's see if that works. Let's see if that works. I don't think so. Is it that way? No. Goodness gracious, Sandy. Let me just show you what I did. I lined it back up, and then I used silver. So you lined it up, shift it to the left or to the right, and I am gonna make this work because it's gonna drive me crazy. So we might be here till next Sunday, but it just has a thingy like that. There. Hello. See, persistence. Persistence, and patience, which was lacking there for a minute. Okay, so see how I lined it back up? So I recommend when you take it off, lay it down. And see, I knew you guys would see it. You could see it, and I couldn't. Okay, so I want to lay it down, and then I'm going to shift it to the right. Okay, and then take my stencil brush with silver this time. So I just grabbed a new stencil brush, and I'm going to load it up, swirl it around, wipe it off on my paper towel. Soft circular motion, counter clockwise and clockwise. That tape's going to help keep that stencil in place, but you do want to hold it like you see my fingers are holding this area. There we go. Okay, so it's just going to give you a double stencil look. All right. Now these are going to be painted silver. I'm just going to use this stencil brush since I have it, but you could grab a flat. Okay. And then I'm going to take, and we'll move that to the side. Clean that up. Let's come over to our evergreen sprig. All right, and I will zoom in. Thank you guys, we got there, right? Oh my goodness, comical. All right, so let me zoom in. All right, so I'm gonna get out some citron green. I already have plantation pine. Get out a little citron green, I have white. And I'm also going to get out a little bit of gold because I used, let's see if it shows up. I don't know if you can see, there's some touches of gold in there. I love just Christmas decor, holiday decor with silver and gold. So I wanted to bring a little bit of that silver in and gold. All right, so I have that's too small. I'm going to grab a 3/8 angle, faux squirrel 3/8 angle, and I'm going to load it with plantation pine. Okay. And I'm just going to pull back. So I'm leading with the heel and I'm just pulling back on this greenery, and I should go ahead and put a piece of tape down so it doesn't move. Alrighty, so we're just going to put that there and that there so we can hold it down in place. All right, I'm not trying to cover all the dark that I put on to begin with, but I am bringing that plantation pine back in because we had Plantation Pine, Payne's Gray, and I think even a little red got in there, which is totally fine because we had it on the same side of the sponge. Dirty brush, Plantation Pine. I'm going to come over here and pick up some citron green, and I'm going to work it in on the toe of the brush. A little bit of titanium white, work it in. Hello, Janet. Thank you, Kim. Appreciate that. Okay, and again, I don't want to, I'm not looking at every little sprig here. I'm just pulling back, and where it hits, but I am pulling from the edge and in the middle. So again, Plantation Pine on the whole brush, citron green and titanium white on the toe only. And I'm just going to slide on the chisel edge of that brush, leading with the heel, following with the toe. Again, citron green, titanium whites on the toe, Plantation Pines on the whole brush. All right, so you get a little bit of an evergreen look. Let's go ahead and dry that. Hello, Connie. You need to message me because you won one of the giveaways, and I haven't gotten your mailing address. So, Connie Gieslin, if you will message me on my website, just hit that contact button. You will see that you won one of the big truck ornaments from not last week, the week before. Okay. And the only reason I say that is because I have it sitting right here. I think it was the small one or the big one. All right, so I'm just going to come back again, same thing, but I'm hitting just different points. I'm not looking at each sprig. I'm just pulling my brush, and where it hits, it hits. Okay, hope that makes sense. Then I'm going to rinse that brush out. Aw, thank you, Bonnie. You'll have to share a picture with me when you get it done. Okay. Then I'm going to load the toe of that brush with a little gold, and I have enough out for all of us because this is a very highly pigmented, beautiful gold. And I just want to swipe it in a couple places. Then I'm going to use my finger to kind of soften it out, like I got really heavy there. And that's okay, because I'm just going to pick up a little bit more of that citron and white and break it up. Okay. All right, let's move that to the side. Come back to our bow. I'm going to go to my 1/4 inch angle, pick up a little bit of medium, and this is just a little tip. If you don't want your shadow to be too dark, mix your shadow color with your base color. So I'm going to use a little Payne's Gray. A great shadow color for reds is purple. This Payne's Gray is beautiful because mixed with a little bit of that red, almost looks like it could be a purple. But I want to do where these loops meet. So those two are in the back, those two are in the front. And then I just did a little, almost like there's a knot right here. Little shadow. Pick up more of that color. We're going to put a little shadow on that side, a little shadow on that side. You can always mop it if you feel like you need to soften it, just with a mop brush. All right, let's see. Jelly drops, Debbie, I have them on my website. If I have something on my website, you guys know that I love it. So I do. I have all of the jelly drops, and I also have the neon confetti glitters. All right, so that's going to go up there. We're going to have a little bit of a shadow there. And then I don't have a shadow there, but we're going to have one on that side, and on that side, that side, and that side. Okay, again, just to kind of separate things. So you'll notice where it loops over, there's a little bit of shading right there. Now let's just let that set up. And while that's setting up, I'm going to get out a little bit more silver because I want these to be a little bit on the brighter side. And I'm going to just paint that topper and that little part right there with the silver. And I know I used primary blue, so I don't know why it's looking darker. Okay, you know what? It might be looking darker because you can always base coat your wood with warm white or white first. And I did not do that. I just painted right on the wood. Okay, let's take a liner brush with a little bit of white. My brush is wet. I'm just going to roll that in that white. You can also use a gel pen if you wanted to, but we just want to highlight this. We just want to pull tiny little strokes right. Oh, that one I have right over. I did that shadow wrong, Sandy. Kind of seems like it's that kind of day. All right, let me get some more of that right there and there. And that's on top. So, okay. So, did it right on one side and wrong on the other. So a little bit of white. And these are just tiny little hash marks, lines, just to highlight. Those little sections. I'm going to put some along the top there. Along the top there. Along the top. And then this one we'll do there. I need to put a shadow right there. And there. You can always come back. You know, white kind of soaks in sometimes. So if you feel like you need to come back and add a little bit more white, you certainly can. I only see confetti glitters and frosting writers on your site, or I would link it. So yes, I only have the confetti glitters. Oh, I have the, I don't have the jelly drops on there, Robin. Surely they're on there, because I have them sitting over here in my store. Hello. Maybe that's why they're not moving. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Brenda. Okay, let's move this to the side. And these are pretty fragile, so you want to be careful with them. All right, I'm going to get my wood piece. And our ornament pieces here. Again, you just want to be careful with that glue. I'm going to lay this where I want it. That's important. Okay, and I've got my little silver piece there, that piece, and then I did put a little silver on that hanger and the edge right here. Okay, just because again, that's the top of that ornament. I'm going to put my evergreen sprig just for placement. Make sure I have my ornament kind of in place. Okay, now I will tell you there are two options. I glued mine down first and then did the next step. But if you're worried about gluing it down and you want to know where that or how the jelly drops is going to come out, let me show you what you can do. You can take a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. I'm just going to use my Gray Matters palette here. And we'll lay that in place. Okay. And then you can lift it up when it's dry. All right, just completely up to you how you want to do it. So I'm going to do it on my piece because when that's dry and I lift it up, this piece is going to be stuck. The other pieces are going to come up and I will be able to glue it with E6000. I can't show you that live because the jelly drops are going to take too long to dry in order for me to show you that. All right. So that's why I wanted to give you that other option, that if you're just unsure, you can put it on a piece of parchment paper or on your palette paper there. Okay, as long as it's got that slick, shiny side that it's going to lift. All right, so I know I'm going to put mine here. And then the Love Color, so these are jelly drops. So if you're familiar with liquid glass at all, liquid glass is, I'm just going to move that out of the way, is transparent. But this is similar product, but it has a pigment to it. So this is the Blueberry Drop. And I wanted to see if I could do something, and I did, and I liked the way it looked. So y'all know my thing. If you like it, leave it. I just want to make sure everything is where I want it, and I do like how that has some space. All right. So I'm going to take that blueberry jelly drop, and I'm going to fill it in. Not all the way to the top, because and it's going to look very blue right now, but when it dries, it's going to look glassy. So let me just kind of, do you see how it's marbled? So let me show you how I marbled it. I took a little silver on, you can use a toothpick or like this little needle tool, and I just swirled it around. So you've got the transparency of the Love Color Jelly Drop that's got some pigment to it. It's going to give you color, but the silver is going to give you a little bit of a swirl and a sparkle. There's, if you look at it closely, and again, I'll hold it up, but it's going to give you a little bit of that metallic sparkle. Okay. Now, when that dries, again, I don't want to move it, lift my fingers up. You're going to get this very glassy, marbled look. Now, the thing is, if you don't want to do that and use jelly drops, you could always paint the heart. Leave it in there as part of the thing, or paint it red. I think it'd be cute if you put a family name, a year, whatever. That would be really pretty as well. But again, I do love the look of that heart. So, with the jelly drops. And then when it's completely dry, which it takes, that thick is probably going to take a couple hours for it to like just tack up. But I don't want to use too much silver so that it, you know, goes away, the blue color, but just enough to add. And then I want to come in and add a little silver to this lip right there. For my ornament. All right. That was is correct. They aren't on. Oh, okay, guys. Yeah, we'll have to see why they're not. Let me zoom out. They're sitting over there on the table. So guess what, guys? When I will get them on there this week, if not later today. Okay, so once that's completely dry, glue everything in place. Stick it into your stand. Nice little display. However, you could always take just that part glued together and use it as a tag. I just think it's a sweet, sweet little kit. Right? All right. Last thing is on the ornament holder. I do love those little dots. So just using your liner brush or a stylus. Little silver dots there. You could add splatter. Glue it all in place. And there we have it. Quick, easy. Little design, right? Probably the longest thing on there is the background. So getting that crackle on there and doing that part is going to take you a little bit longer. But let me just see. I love the jelly drops. We'll have to order. Yeah, so again, let me look and see why. Because I had them. Does it get highlight on the left? Thank you, Robin Richer. It does. You guys are so good to me. And I'm so glad I saw your comment before. Because yes, I often forget those things. All right, a little bit of white. A little titanium white. Gross. Let's move that. And I'm just going to use my liner brush. And let's just move that off. And we're just going to do a little bit of a highlight. Okay. So just pull a little bit of a highlight. If it's too bright for you, you can always come back with a little bit of your blue and go over it. But I do like that little, I'm going to put a little dot right there. Thank you, Robin. Alrighty, guys. I just happened to look for Love Color yesterday and didn't find any. Okay, guys. Yeah, let me look at my website, because when I was at OKC, the Love Color and the 3D White Rider and the Neon Glitters sold like crazy. And so that was kind of my what's that litmus test? That test of like, okay, are people going to respond to these products? And since they were so well received, I went ahead and ordered them and have them in. So kind of surprised that my shipping manager has not, or my inventory manager, AKA my husband, has not said something. Anyway, all right, guys, this is the dry one. I can't hold up the other one or it would just completely fall. So use whatever colors you have. Like I said, there's the project sheet that you can download on my website. But, same idea. Use the stencils you have. Super quick, easy project to paint, I think. And again, it just takes it to the next level with those jelly drops. So let me just zoom in. It's almost like it's marbled stained glass. Oh, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Litmus. Litmus test. Yes. Love the 3D writer, right? Me too. Carol Adams, you be safe down there. Keep us posted. Thank you, guys. Can you add pigment to liquid glass? So, Kay, yes, but this is what I would suggest. I would only use the transparent colors in the media line. Okay, so for example, or the metallic. The metallic can be a little more opaque, but any of the like regular liquid glass with quinacridone gold, magenta, blue, any of those transparent colors, you can swirl them in and make a really pretty effect. So I'm going to be playing around a lot more with that and that idea, because I've got a bunch of them. So yeah, so easy. Thank you, Deborah. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, have you show us so many things. It is all so much fun. Thank you, Elizabeth. All right. Okay, so guys, next week I will be back. We're going to do, I don't know where I put it because I moved it to the side, but we're going to be doing that little truck. And I will get all the happy mail out. So again, if you won the giveaway, make sure you message me your mailing address, go to my website. Don't forget about those 2 opportunities to paint with me and have that immersive experience. There are going to be things on those lessons that I don't or did not have when I taught it at either the expo or OKC or my recent seminar, because I'm going to do some worksheets for some things so that you guys can practice. So just make sure to look at those. Can't wait for next week. I know I'm excited for next week. And it's hard. I've been doing some deadlines for upcoming seminars next year and also OKC. And I have probably one of my favorite things I've painted in a very, very, very long time over on my desk for both seminars and for conventions. So I got to get those deadlines done. And then of course my middle son's getting married. So, all right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Make sure to like, comment, share. Even if you're just watching on the replay, you'll be able to be entered into the giveaway Happy Mail drawings, all right, by like, commenting, and sharing. Thank you, Robin. Greatly appreciate that. Hello, Patrick. Y'all have a wonderful week. Hope it's a creative one. Get those brushes out. Get that paint out. Do something creative. And if you're not feeling it, base coat something, all right? That momentum will get you going. If you're in the path of this new storm, I will be praying that all is safe and well, and then for everybody with cleanup from this last one, continued prayers, and just hoping that everyone is safe and well and recovered soon. Okay. All right. I'm going to leave you guys with some inspiration. Have a great one. Be creative. Do something fun. And then don't forget to do that too. Bye, guys.